Hi everyone, Amanda Phillips here, and I'm going to do my resource walkthrough on the website Math Playground. I've heard of Math Playground before, but it had yet to really explore it, so happy and excited to check out a new resource that I can be able to implement with my students this year. So before I dig a little deeper into the thinking blocks part of Math Playground, just want to show the connection to the standards. The Nebraska math standards. It was interesting to take a look at these as I am not living in Nebraska, nor have I ever taught in Nebraska. But looking under numeric relationships and taking a closer look at fractions down here, recognize and generate equivalent forms of commonly used fractions, decimals, and percents. One of the connections that I'll make with the Math Playground website is how, although the thinking blocks that I focused on are connected to fractions, it's a really, really awesome preview for ratios, which connect a lot to percents. And this year I'm teaching a compacted 5th and 6th grade content course, so I was excited to be able to use this particular website to kind of preload some of their knowledge of percents and ratios. However, my school here in DC follows Common Core standards, and when I take a look at the grade 5 standards for math, this website and resource connects to solving real-world problems involving division of unit fractions by non-zero whole numbers and division of whole numbers by unit fractions. The part that I'm really focusing in on here and made the connection with is using visual fraction models and equations to represent the problem. So really going beyond just procedural and really having students have more of a conceptual understanding of fractions, which is so important. Being able to really stress with my students and have them understand the foundations and be able to conceptually not only understand but also explain how to use fractions in the real world before even moving to the procedural component and the algorithm. Okay, so that's a little background knowledge. Let's take a look at Math Playground. When you first go onto the website, if you scroll down, you'll see things that are titled thinking blocks, and I clicked on the fractions one and had some fun playing around with it. I always love and appreciate when problems allow you to kind of click and have it read aloud. That's really great for our students who can benefit from having that read aloud accommodation, and also using this in a math workshop model or in guided math. It kind of eliminates them from running over and saying, Miss Phillips, can you read this problem to me? So it gives them a little more independence. So the problem here reads, Katie had 27 books to sell. She sold 1/3 of the books on Monday and the rest on Wednesday. How many books did Katie sell on Wednesday? So what I like is the kids are kind of working over here on the right-hand side, and there's blanks for them to fill in. So it's already understanding that we need to be able to label what we're working with, so we have a clear understanding of what we're talking about. So already the students are going to be able to see that what's being represented by the fraction bar is the total number of books. And you kind of check in along the way, and oh, that noise came up, the red arrow pointed to me, so I know I can drag the model here as well. Voila, so I understand there's one hole for total books. And then I can slide this bar to change my parts of a whole for the fraction bar, so it lets me go all the way to 21. So I need to think if she sold 1/3, I want my denominator to be a 3. And there's a little feedback at the bottom, and it says now select blocks to make the fraction 1/3. Okay, so let's see. Oh, here we go. I'm still learning too. Checking in. And then you can also plug in the labels here. So she sold 1/3 on Monday and the rest on Wednesday. It's going to continue to take the students through problems. Again, this would be great in a small group in math or even with a blended learning station for even to have students work together and be communicating on how to solve problems together. Hope you enjoy.